it's me, Ablie, not talking about the Wii. But you know how we all listen to music in a car, a stereo, or hi-fi, or whatever. Of course, there's often loads of other types of audio ways listening to with the classic, of course, being the digital, well, the, the compact disc player. Now, unfortunately, the days of these things are long gone being good. Which is actually a shame in that sense, because in reality, I think we should probably all have good audio to listen to. But unfortunately, it's all gone. So, what else do we have? Of course, now we have records, and I was almost going to bring them up, but now, those up even. But now we actually have good ways of playing them again, which is great. What about the cassette? The cassette, which was a fine piece of engineering at the time, it was never great. I found something very recently, brand new, and it looks tatty. Yes, the days of good cassette players are gone. The days of the Walkman and the CD man. The vinyl man doesn't exist, but hey, they're all gone. But what if we try to adapt them to be modern? This is where this thing has got you covered right now. And of course, one major thing. It converts them. So here it is. It's called the EnVivo cassette converter. See, it has a 3-year warranty. There are some numbers. There's the model. Here's some features. Headset included. Plug and play. We will be testing that. I actually have a computer for this. Battery or USB. I wonder when this is actually from. Convert your old cassette to digital files. Let's go. This is either a massive player or that computer is tiny. Read some of the specs. Convert your old cassette into CD MP3, plug and play, no driver required. Tape converter software, that's cool. Battery or USB powered operation. Can be used as a personal cassette player. Compatible with Windows XP, Vista and Windows 7. I actually have a Windows Vista and a Windows 7. I'm going to try using Windows 7 though. Auto reverse playback, metal deck mechanism, rotary volume jack, 3.5mm headphone jack, fast forward and fast backwards function. Turn your tapes into listen to your computer. Here's something. Turn on your tapes into MP3s and listen on your computer, iPod, or in the car. Or as it says, or in the car. There we go. There's the EnVivo. That's the top of the box. That's the bottom of the box. It's the barcode. It's not in great condition. Maybe this thing. I bought it from a place that helps animals. So you can see here. Pretty stylish. So anyway, so basically, what is this thing? Let's quickly have an open inside. Now, you might be thinking I should probably care, but I don't. So what we get? We get a USB cable. I actually have headphones. They're unused. Battery. Oh, these boys might not be the stink. I have to quickly have a look at these. These were dated December 2015. I'm glad they haven't leaked everywhere, being real. So that's cool. Let's not use those. Oh, give me my treasures. That's the device. Look at that bubble wrap around it. So, is that everything in the box? That's everything in the box. Get a driver disc. And yep, that is what I think it is. Instructions. I love instructions. I'm actually hopefully not going to need those. So here's the driver disc. I've never had one of these before. Called EnVivo. I'll take the Craig discs. It has the it just has the branding on it. Great. Okay, that's fun. Now we're on to the player. Still wrapped in its original bubble wrap, which I accidentally popped. Oh, now it's stuck on the button. God. There's the bubble wrap. Here's the player. So that's your open button. That I don't know why this is how we use. Power. Is that a headphone jack? That's a headphone jack. Oh yeah, there we go. Headphone USB. Wrong way around. Headphone USB and volume. I think it does. I like peeling off that. That looks fresh. What's that? That is a DC import. 3 volts. I don't have anything like that. And now go to the top. We have slider, stop, rewind. I think that's forward. No, that's fast forward. Stop, rewind, fast forward. DR, CD, and something else. That's my face. So, let's open the player. It's weird. It's a fun mechanism, I'll say. But generally, when you get stuff like this, it's more so. It's generally not like. I actually like that though. So anyway, here we are now on the inside of the player. Press play. This is actually completely unused. Though I just knocked my camera. Yeah, this is unused. I bought this new. We'll open it. Just have. Please don't have bats in it. I know you came with them. Yeah, you know bats. That looks janky. It's telling me how to put the batteries in, which that's good. Okay. Now I'm not using the 2015 dated batteries because they'd be the stink. I need batteries. I'll be back in a minute. Go. So I'm back. I actually decided against unleashing the beast and instead whacked in a couple Kodaks. They're not fresh. I don't know how long I've had them, but I don't want to unleash the 2015 expired batteries. So first of all, we actually need a cassette to play in this. Now of course I just have one lying around because I'm one of those kinds of people that always just randomly seems to have cassettes around. And here we have one. This is one of my own. It's my own mixtape of cassettes. It's always side B that I play because that's the side of my music. So I just got back from a quick listen to the thing. I will say it is decent. Admittedly, I'm not using amazing headphones either. I've got a pair of Sony thingy-mabobbies, and I can say it is decent. I would say actually, basically, let's say you just really want to listen to cassettes, you could happily do it on this. Although actually, there are some cool features on this. Now, as I mentioned, this is a weird DIR button. This is actually really cool. It's basically what it does is, so, you know, let's say you've got a cassette in. So I'm just going to quickly plot one in. So let's say you just got a cassette in, you know. You're jamming out some tunes, and then, you know, oh no, I put on the wrong side. You can always just whack that switch and that'll start going on to the other side. Which I actually think is kind of cool, and I don't think any of my cassette players actually have that. So that's one thing I'll give this one in comparison. Now I also said these audio ones at the ending, but I just found this and had to make a video on it. Now, what you're also probably thinking is, well, I said that this was a converter, and that's why it came with this disc. This is what we're going to be testing. Is it a good converter? Well, you buckle your seatbelts, my friends, because I'm going to go and get. First of all, I'm actually going to go grab a decent cassette that into the player. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to try and see how this works. I like this. This is actually quite cool. I can imagine that it would be awkward. It's like you walk around. Because of course, this is also a portable one as well. And if you do that, then like you just kind of do that, and then oh no, you've lost your cassette tape. So I'd say it's definitely more so not for that, but I would actually say it does work. So anyway, I'm gonna go get the computer. We're gonna sort this all out, and we'll be good. So I've got the laptop ready. Here it is. This is actually running Windows 7, I think, actually. Of course, like most normal people, well, unlike most people that probably would have used it back in the day, I'm not unleashing the perils that are in this bag. I'm just going to use my quality cable. As you can see, it's all plugged in. I'm hoping I don't need to read the manual. Here's the disc. There's the tray. Oh, that was crunchy. Guess we go to Audacity. 2009 this thing's actually from. That's actually quite Sounds terrible, but that's actually quite new. That's probably why the batteries are dated 2015, actually. Now, of course, I'm actually gonna... There's gonna be a lot of this skipping about, I'm sorry, but you just don't want to see all this terribleness and me installing Audacity on the computer and all that flamboyant stuff. Surprisingly, the disc was not called No Name. But yeah, actually, I would say, just for the Audacity, this is actually not a bad purchase. Admittedly, that's probably all I'm actually ever going to use this thing for now, is just for Audacity. I think I already have it on my better computer anyway. But hey, it's fun to experience the old versions of them. And now, as you can probably tell, I recorded a little bit of music on it. So we're just going to quickly load it back up. Actually going to show you how this works. It's incredibly simple. And actually, because I originally didn't want to buy this, I was actually just very intrigued on how they worked, and nobody explained. So I'm just going to explain that to you now. So first of all, we do need to plop in our tape, which of course I will have right next to me. This one, unfortunately, I can't really say much music. It's not really much on it. This was actually a tape I used previously for video gags, stuff like that. So it's got some recordings on there, but that's not really the side I listen to because it takes ages to get to any recording on it. So first of all, I think I'm allowed to get away with doing the first part of the track, just because I know I've used it. I know other people have used that track before. So first of all, we pop open the thing. We then load in the tape, as you can see, just like so. We make sure that on our Audacity we have everything set to the right type, which of course it's very simple how this works. File isn't files, edit even, preferences, audio quality, audio I/O. You want it to be on input, stereo, and first of all, of course, it's have it on standard one. Okay, great. So now we're just gonna. So So we've got our cassette loaded in. So after a long while of skipping through the tape to get to the one non-copyright music, fingers crossed, that's on the tape. Let's roll. So of course, generally I would recommend for ones that you recorded yourself, don't have them in stereo. It often wrecks them. I will actually do a test of this as well. Don't worry. But I'm going to do it in one channel mono, just because I've been listening with one earphone on, one off, just for reasons. So generally, I'm gonna do it all in mono here, more so really just because I think it'll probably work a lot better. Okay, we're gonna begin recording. I also want to see how this thing reacts if I crank up the volume on the actual player, because I've got mine generally quite low, just because I know this song is... Yep. So the entire volume of the player also actually reacted the volume on the MP3, which is now going to be really... It's confusing how it works, but it actually works surprisingly well once you get used to it. I generally recommend blasting it out. Jeez, this thing is actually quite loud right now. So I'm going to quickly through the Audacity. But once again, this is just a driver disc, really, with Audacity on. And this is just a specially modified player. So, like, initially it always kind of says, you know, follow the instructions on the driver disc. Don't bother, there's just Audacity on it. So you have Audacity, you just need the player, and then it all works. Which is actually kind of cool, and I like that it works. Unfortunately, though, this is far from the latest with Audacity. I mean, it's looked the same for years. And also, the funny thing is actually everything here is blaring out, just because I've got this all in mono, which, as I discovered, works a lot better. So, is this piece of plastic worth your moolah? To an extent. I might think, well, I'm just judging immediately, like, you know, I haven't talked about the quality of the buds or the quality of this incredibly terrible feeling cable. And I'm concerned that even through the packaging, God knows what it feels like in real life. And to be honest, I can't really judge. You can't really judge much. I can't say if you can bomb and just get the disc. It's an older version of all that, so it doesn't really matter. And of course, the player. Is it any good? Actually, just as a standard cassette player. Never mind the incredible Cassette 2 MP3 adapter, which actually I'm gonna say it works. If that's what you're looking for, it works. I'm gonna quickly play you a sample of a track, Scarlet Fire. I'm gonna quickly play the track from the MP3, from the cassette to MP3 converter. I'm also very aware that YouTube's not great for this because you compress the audio in the video. Just let me try. I've got it blaring at full volume right now, and it's quite quiet. I'm fairly sure, like, as with the recording, I did bump it up partway through. So, as you can tell, it's a lot whinier than the standard recording. It's a lot whinier and a lot, like, growly. I mean, admittedly, that is kind of what the thing is like, generally, to listen to. You have to do a lot of twiddling with the volume dial to get it just right. And admittedly, let's say you listen to a song like Scarlet Fire with the constant, like, jumps in audio quality, it's just like, shut up! It's not great. It's not great. And this thing is also weird, because there are actually features on this which I will say I like. One being the button to basically switch between different sides of the cassette. That's something I do like quite a lot, actually. In actuality, I think that's very cool that that's a feature. The lid's broken. I think that the fact that you can slide between mono and stereo. The only thing is though, it will only come out of one ear. I was experimenting around with it, and taking a little listen to it, saying it's fine. But I changed the slider, and then it only came out one ear, and the other one was just buzzing, which wasn't great. And I'm also entirely aware I'm listening on not great headphones, but to be honest, the thing should at least be able to handle that. I don't want to touch these. It's cool, and I'm probably gonna keep them in the bag. It's just a neat little bit of history, but hey, and hope if it's your birthday today, then happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Not talking about the Wii. Signing off.